45 minutes ago, we get heat off of this. Sanders doesn't even do this. I don't even do it. I don't look at the reports and say, oh, Boffa's arrested 15 people this week. Well done, Boffa. That doesn't go to a promotion. What goes to the promotions is, can you RP? And if you RP, I mean, I'm not the best RPer. However, I try my best. That's all you can ask. Does somebody try their best? Did they act tough? Did they improve the city? Did they deserve the chance? The answer is yes, you get that promotion. Now, you'll never get anything, so like sometimes you'll see people here that they'll roll right up and the first thing they do is they'll not even get a scene commander. There's a difference. You all know, but I'm just running through it. Scene commander is in command of that scene. There's a big going and coming and going about this, but I always say it's the highest person on, right? So, but and you take me out of the suggestion it'll be Sanders, but Sanders can delegate that. And you've seen that a lot with me as commissioner. I would delegate it to other people to see how they're done. Once you've got a scene commander, anybody intervening on that scene commander should be told to shut the fuck up. If that scene commander is saying, I am Bravo 312 is scene commander, negotiator, Boffa, can you negotiate? Yes. Start negotiations. Can I get a marksman up here? Whatever the scene commander says now, okay, bear in mind that if the scene commander says tango and you tango, to only find out that you've broken the server rule because they negotiated, well, no, you could say failed to RP, you wouldn't get into trouble for that, because if you've got body footage for him to say when you're up there to take the shot, you can't hear the conversation down here. You're just following an order. It would be the scene commander that gets into trouble for that. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but is that the case?
Sorry, I had to move something. What was the question, sorry?
So, say if I'm up as a marksman, the scene
Yep.
commander tells me to take the shot, but I've not heard the negotiations, and the negotiations were no marksman. It's not the marksman that gets into trouble, it's the scene commander.
You should also know about what's going on around you in the scenario around you, whether or not you should be taking that shot.
Yeah, but if no, what you're saying is, if for example no one tells the marksman, because obviously, say if he's on the bridge over there and you can't hear it, if no one tells the marksman to get down on, then it's technically not the marksman's fault.
Oh,
like
correct,
if someone is in like like say if someone's got a hostage around and they've got a gun pointed to their head and they ask for no marksman, but the marksman isn't told to stand down, then he shoots. Like that's not the marksman's fault.
No, it's not the marksman's fault. No.
Right, so that's how, like, when the scene commander, let him make the decisions. You hear sometimes that somebody will intervene. If he's making a bad decision, let him make the decision and we can do it later. Again, it comes back to the point, if he's bowed down to demands too quick, or if he's getting bent or backwards with negotiations, just let it happen. It comes back to that first thing. What do we get when we get criminals? As far as I'm concerned, what we get is we get less time to RP and more time for paperwork. And I'm not saying let everybody away because the paperwork's part of RP in terms of like lawyer RP, so it's important. But if we catch every criminal, then we're going to be sitting doing training every day because there'll be nothing for us to do because they'll all be in community service or jail. So it comes back to that point again. Every time you go to a scene, you feel, you know what? Always remember, what do I get out of this? Okay, there'll be times that you've got your taser out and you manage to hit somebody for a good taser shot, and everybody goes, oh wow, that was a good shot. That's only what you're going to get because you're going to get nothing else from it. That makes sense?
Yep.
So I'm going to make a scene up here. I'm going to be dispatch, and I'm going to be scene command, and I'm going to be negotiator as well, just so you know exactly what's happening. Again, this isn't critical of you guys. You are the guys that turn up, so you are well fitted for a pay rise, I would say. So just imagine we're about to roll up at this scene. I'm going to coordinate you, and this is how I expect it done. And we'll take it from there. Any questions afterwards, we can answer, and we can run through different scenarios depending on the questions, alright?
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Dispatch to all officers, the Fleischer Bank and the highway is being robbed. Can we get officers there ASAP? Bravo 312 is state 5. Bravo 312, all officers are we taking scene command. Phoenix 1, can we get you as negotiator, please, as soon as you arrive?
Received. Phoenix 1, Step 5.
Charlie Oscar 13, State 5.
Charlie Oscar 10, State 5.
Phoenix 4,
Golf
State
State
5.
6.
Bravo 312 State 6, stand by for sit rep. 2 hostage takers, 1 hostage.
Received.
Charlie Oscar 10, State 6.
Charlie Oscar
Roger.
13, State 6.
Charlie Oscar
24,
19,
State
State
6.
6.
Charlie Golf 2 State 6, setting up SRPU intercept.
Roger, so
Phoenix
can I
has
get...
entropy.
Roger, can I get RPU to be pointing in different directions of travel in anticipation for the chase? Can I get RPU to take the registration plate of this vehicle and put it into the NPR? Frontline policing, please stand back. They have weapons, but I need you to close the roads off. SEO 19s, group at the bridge. I want a marksman on that bridge. And
Copy.
negotiator, come to me.
Hello, sir.
Okay, mate. I'll do negotiations as well, right?
Yep.
Negotiations are complete, Commander. We have agreed clean chase, no spike strips, no marksman, no end pass, 3 clean passes to vehicle, and a clean chase. So, marksman, can you stand down, please?
Copy, standing down.
Roger that. I'm passing back over to scene, Commander.
This is Charlie Golf 2 interceptors ready.
Roger that. 2 individuals, as stated, negotiations are successful. Can we have 1 SEO 19 officer, or possibly 2 if we have the resources, to secure the hostage and carry out initial investigations and sweep the bank? 2 individuals are going to be heading out. Again, as discussed, clean passage, no fucking about, right?
Copy.
Individual's now in his vehicle with his friend about to leave.
Stag.
Can we get RPU on that with frontline police and support,
Stack.
please?
Stack.
Reach.
Reach.
Charlie Golf 2 caught in pursuit of the vehicle.
Sorry, my door knocked.
Please. I'm gonna stay with a hostage.
This is Charlie Golf 2, be advised, suspects now running on foot.
I was supposed to be in the car.
southbound, on the
Oh,
highway.
my door
Additional
knocked.
squad.
This Phoenix 4, be advised the bank is secure.
Roger that. Standing down as commander, but I'll be taking point in this pursuit. Can we make sure that individual's apprehended? Can we go and assist that officer who's chasing them on foot, please? Frontline policing, I need you here.
Copy, State 5.
Suspects moving southbound now, Great Ocean Highway back towards the bank.
Oh! Officer hit by a utility truck. Ooh. Alright, sir. Stay for me, alright?
You okay?
Oh, we did that fucking truck.
1 individual in custody. Can I get the road blocked off? Please, this guy arrested, searched, his rights given, and get him transported.
Copy.
Let this car through. Move the vehicles closer to where the downed officer is, please, so the cars try and go around. That'll do it right there.
Some cool NHS here, mate.
Well, if you can tell, it's a bit light. I like it.
Yep, Phoenix 1 will get on radio to NHS.
Roger, passing scene command over to the next available officer. Phoenix 1, can you take point, please?
Yep, received.
Just-
Can we get some road close sign? Can we get 1 road close sign down?
What I tend to find is, see if you move this vehicle. If you move this vehicle, you'll flush them like this.
We can't stop traffic completely because I'll just keep on hitting the car.
Yeah.
It's like funnel them.
Uh,
Ow! No,
should we-
my leg!
Be back. Come here.
Phoenix
Try
1 to Bravo 312. Do you
Yes.
want me to actually get NHS here or not?
Negative.
Alright, received.
You're welcome.
Alright, so NHS are on the way, alright?
How do I get road
Max started at
Have we got any
55,
medically trained SEO9
Don't
officers?
know, I tried.
Yes, I am.
Alright, any
I'm pretty sure everyone here is medically
They're all
trained.
ba- yeah,
Alright,
they're all
okay,
basic
so
first
I'm
aid.
sure you can give him some
Sorry.
basic.
I'm not
How do I
medically
get
trained,
road
I'm
close
not.
signs again?
That's a good example of how we're doing this. So you'll find out that you need to use your takeaway button muscle. Let me move this a wee tiny bit.
Slash
Please.
props. Slash prop.
Ah, okay.
Because I done this the other night.
Step.
Because-
If you could step away from the car, he's trying to move it.
He's stuck in an animation.
Outside looking dock.
You'll be fine, don't worry. It's only a bit of a bruised arm.
I fucking hate anime.
The sword will get you an arm brace.
I'm getting proper.
Perfect.
So that
Sorry.
will always pushed them. That's the best we can do, you know. But on that, can I still continue?
Yeah, continue.
Right, so as you've seen with that there was no interrupting, there was no Bravo 3-1 to scene command and then somebody shouting, can I go on the MPS or Boffa, can I take your car because mine is faster? Who's getting the regi plate?
come on.
It was just get it done.
Oh,
Should be a
Um,
lot better for you.
you see sometimes
You're very welcome.
can you still hear me, yeah? You see
Yeah.
sometimes that people turn around and say, where's scene commander? Nobody's been nominated. The highest person up should be identified, and that's what we used to do a long time ago. Back in the days I was a sergeant, I would look and see how many people were on and go, right, fuck, I'll need to be the scene commander. And then maybe James would have come on, or Wells would come on, and I'd have passed that on, maybe Boff at the time. And I'd have passed that over to them. Until they says, no Joe, I want you to be scene commander. And when you're a scene commander, there's a difference between being good at the job and being a dick. Like what I was doing there is I was just being plain straight to the point, this is what we need done. So if anybody's ever a dick because they're commander, just report it after it and we'll have a word with them. There's a difference.
Could you clarify on that? Being a dick means insulting you personally. If someone's on the radio, they tell people to shut the fuck up. You know, for a reason.
Did I tell you to set up as marksman? Can you get back doing please? That's not being a dick, that's just being plain. But if you start picking on that person, Bother, you fucking idiot, you stupid, then that's the difference.
My feelings are hurt.
So even with that, we had to organise, and the key thing is communication. On that there, everybody had a job, and I feel like sometimes there's that many people going, this isn't a criticism of you guys should be there. What we need to remember, this is an RP scene. The cops who you'll find, like might be an RPU officer gets there first and decides upon himself to start negotiations. I wouldn't say that should be happening. I would be saying to the guy, listen here, I'm just a frontline cop, my colleagues are on the way, they'll be able to negotiate with you. All I can say is please don't touch a hostage just now. Let negotiators in the scene command come. As soon as the scene commander's on site, the RPU officer goes, right, fuck this shit, I'm out, I'm sitting in my car as I'm supposed to do, the NPR's ready, registration plates in there, and let's pursue. So any questions to that?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
no.
No?
No.
That's good. I think the ranked people are at this training course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So basically, if Kira's probably best placed for this, from a community manager's point of view. See what we just done there. That's what we expect.
Yeah, agreed.
And it comes back to the question: is if I would have got away from Boffer there, what would I have got? Okay, I'd have got away with the money, but Boffer would have caught me. What would the Boffer have got? I tell you what, Boffer would have got to know. For the amount of time I've been speaking, he'd have probably just got me back to the station, and he'd be probably putting on a report.
Yeah.
He's not picking up any more money. He's not getting a fancy car. He's not getting. Oh, he's great. He's super. He got him. Always remember that.
I think I have to do more paperwork.
Yep. Always remember
Yay.
that. And what people forget as well is they got away. So what? Did you not get the registration plate? You get the person's name if it's on the system. Pass it to CID. With me becoming head of CID, I'm going to be active on it. I'll be going to real estate with once. I'll be getting Sanders to sign once off. Why is this registration plate coming up, Joe? This guy's hit 3 banks this week. I want to just let's work with real estate to see if we can get any information. If no, right, Sanders, let's get some stop and searches done an area to try and get this guy's details. So even though we never caught him, we're extending that RP because I've got his registration plate. That's how it's important to get the registration plates. And always remember, if you die, you die. Like, RP isn't about how long you can stay alive like Call of Duty. That LCRP is about how you RP whatever circumstances you get. You know, and that's the free. So if there's anything that I'd like you to take away for this, would be always remember going to a scene conscious of we all do it. If I'm driving and I smack into a normal citizen of another, or if you can call them that, characters, and there's no one around me, I'll continue going. But say for example, I am on this road here and I'm trying to overtake a player vehicle in a crash, I'll RP that. Or if I'm in a convoy, a police officer in a crash, I'll RP that, because I don't know who's streaming, I don't know who's got a body cam footage, I don't even know if one of the officers is going to shaft me and report me for it. So always be mindful of that. When you crash, is this something that I can pass by because there's no players? Is it something that I need to pass by because there's only 2 officers on it, it's 11 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to hear shots fired and there's no NHS on? Okay, what can I do then? Okay, I've crashed the car, let's do this. Like, oops. Simple. You bump the car, do this, have a quick look about, you stopped, you're up in it, and then move on, go to the call. Nothing stopped me that. So that's options that you've got here, so take that away. Also take the fact that just because they say like negotiate no spike strips and that stuff, doesn't mean you can't do it. And what I mean by that is when they says they want a clean passage, they specifically says in there they want a clean passage, no spike strips and no taser when they get in the car, a clean chase. But remember, police only negotiate as part of a risk assessment to make sure the hostage is safe. Now even we know that it might be a fake hostage, your character doesn't know that, so treat it as if it's real. So for example, Kira says me and Boffa, and I'm the good chance that a very, very good chance that Boffa's not just picked me up. I've been with him, but she wouldn't know that. However, that can be dealt with after. And again, I feel as if I'm telling you guys this, I shouldn't be telling you it because you guys are the issue here. But hopefully Sanders has got his body cam footage on and he can take clips of this.
Yeah, it's all recording.
Give me 2 seconds.
It's not in 5M settings, it's just a normal
It's voice chat, just
setting.
turn voice chat on and
Yeah.
off. Silly
Dickhead.
boy. Fucking this man.
I was going to type it out and then I couldn't be bothered.
So, and that when you talk about, oh fuck, here I go again, take the bit. So, that, always think like, no spike strips, but think ahead, right? Pick a side. So, we're looking at the car that I was driving there, right? And speak to each other. When the radio's clear, it's always important to keep the radio clear. However, if you've got something that's quite important, for example, wait a minute, a vehicle isn't going back in the city, that's not a turning vehicle, that's a get the fuck out of here vehicle. Bravo from me to Bravo 312, can I suggest spike strips at Zancuda tunnel? We'll block them off and they'll need to go straight there instead of going right at the petrol station. Can we do that? Yes we can, because we only negotiated free passage to their vehicle and a clean chase. That happened. It's their fault that they turned that way. We gave them that free passage. What the issue is we say any spike strips, but as soon as they come out they get a tyre shot or there's a spike strip here. That's the issue. Because in real life, as soon as the hostage, so whatever the police promised you in real life, as soon as they've got the hostage, I can assure you guys, you're getting fucking none of that. They will hunt you down for the dog you are. They're only your best pal until they get that hostage off you. And again, that's no saying as soon as the hostage is in the bank, you can have a marksman shooting the tyres. Don't do it. Because to a certain level, I would put that down as fair RP. I don't know how you would put that down, but I'd probably put that down as fair RP. But if you're putting spike strips a mile down, in the anticipation that they take that direction, and this comes back to RPU picking their spots tactically, working with each other and saying, listen Sanders, I'm pretty sure this guy goes left. No, I'm sure he goes right. Well, you go left, I'll go right. Tell me what way he's gone right. He's gone right. Okay, listen, I'll get his Ancuda and put a spike strips down. That's the way to do it. Yes, mate?
I was just going to say, I've noticed recently some of FLP's and RPU's placement in robberies isn't great. They'll try and get as close to the bank as possible, when in reality, for this, I use someone's driveway to park myself into. So, basically, it doesn't influence where they're going to go. You park
and I didn't even see you there.
Yeah.
So with that said, if some of these are available, I think I might make up some videos of like how to actually do each thing.
Yep.
It's like traffic stops, bank, how FLP, how SU19, how so on, how they should be set up with bank robberies and stuff like that.
I said I'm more than happy to go through that with you. I get no issues doing that with you, mate. Just let me know when.
Yep.
But in terms of that, like I actually feel embarrassed actually having you guys here because you guys don't need this.
It's still good to have a refresher though.
Yeah.
Okay, that's glad to hear. Reason why I was showing you that is again it all comes back to what do we get? I mean, sitting here if we were on training mode we'd be getting paid. But nothing's going to change if we arrest 20 people a night or 9 people. All comes to the RP. And what we get is people will, I mean I kind of get out of that last night, I really kind of get out of that, and we'll come back to that point again. What if they endanger the hostage? So that's when communication comes in. So even though you've got a negotiator, your scene commander is still in charge of that negotiator. So that negotiator should be saying now, we've successfully agreed negotiations. So in return of 2 seconds guys, sorry. So in return for leaving the hostage unharmed in the bank, you will get X, Y and Z. However, please note that at any time the life of that hostage becomes a threat, negotiations are off and we will use lethal force. They grab the hostage and they try and run, then that's up to your training as SEO. Can you shoot that person? Can you take the risk? And always remember as well, if you say marks stand down, it's up to SEO 19. Do they actually stand down from their position, or do they move position in order to take up a new strategic area? So for example, stand down marksmen, they're hearing that, but you're still in an area in case it turns south. So that's other things. So what I'm saying there is, marksmen on the bridge, you need to stand down, but as part of SEO training you're told that you're standing down for that position. You're going into another strategic position and still having possible critical shot, but you cannot take it, and negotiator can't take it. It needs to be, you can only listen to the scene commander, that's all. And there'll be times where somebody's radio break, why do you no shoot? Never heard it. I would rather the person get away and it comes back to that point, what do we get at the end? Them getting away with the money and going, fuck it, I'm going to rob more banks because I enjoyed that, and getting CID something today, rather than shooting them, only wasting everybody's time, because it turns into a gov sit, and then Kira's sitting in a call reviewing punishment, and then Sanders there trying to review punishment. Whereas you don't take a shot because you won the comfy. You're in your right to do that. And if anybody shouts at you for that, pass them my way. Or tell them an arsehole. But on that basis, like, I mean, there's nothing last night of what I seen justified that. The hostage was safe. The negotiations were done. They should have been let go. And the fastest vehicle, one of the fastest vehicles in the city, and that BMW was sitting there with no one in it. They should have put somebody in that. So when somebody says, I want all police vehicles moved for the area, move them all. Again, it comes back, what if they get away? Boo-hoo. It's not made you fail. It's not going to make you a failed cop. You're just enhancing the RP. Last night, what we heard was the scene commander getting told what to do. We had marksmen in position, but no listening to the scene commander. The negotiator was nowhere to be seen. Basically, as much as I liked the scene commander of last night as a person, it was Holmes, wasn't it?
No.
Who was
The
it?
scene commander was Waters or Holmes. One of.
I think it was Holmes.
Right. As much as I like him as a person, that was a fucking shambles last night. And if you're not comfy fucking being a scene commander, then we'll do training. Like, a lot of people have the misconception that scene commander's been passed into a sergeant, but he's telling inspectors what to do. So fuck, you're the scene commander. I mean, in real life, you have constables that are SEO 19 officers telling inspectors and superintendents what to do. That's part of life. I've got a 19-year-old boy that tells me what to do in my work as a property manager. That's life. Always be strict. Somebody's taking the piss, just report them. So, but apart from that, I keep going through it in my head and saying if there was any justification or wasn't. I have to say clean passes, clear the whole way for them. Because RPU should be waiting in anticipation. I mean, which stopped them hiding Boffa where he was hiding, putting an RPU down the road there? They need to go that way anyway. They need to go left or right, so somebody's going to pick up the tail, somebody's going to pick up the scent. So you leaving a cop car there or saying, no, they're only getting half, what purpose does that serve apart from feeding the alter ego? No. So I'm not even going to waste any of your time anyway. I think that's been about half an hour we've done, and I was just looking at that there to see what the fuck that was.
It wasn't staff.
How was it? Like, for what we done there, always remember, I mean, we can do more in-depth, like, tutorial videos. I can work way off on the team with that. We can get good videos done for them. So when these things happen, you know, this is what you do. So when they do something different, it's like, well, did you watch the video? Yes. Did you acknowledge that you watched the video? Yes. Well, you're getting suspended and you're getting demoted or you're getting kicked out because where in the video does it tell you to do that? I mean, if somebody forgets to read some of their rights, boo-hoo. It gets taken to court and it gets flung out of court. And then obviously gets into trouble with RP. But, again, it's all about RP. There's no issues with that. It's when it has that mentality, and Kieran will probably agree with me, us against them, we must catch them. We must catch them. It's criminals against cops. That mentality needs to get kicked out of the police. You know? Any questions?
When are you next available?
I just need to fly out to the city to get my daughter fed,
Yeah.
and then I'll be back in about probably for tsunami.
Yeah, no worries. I'll probably make a start if
Okay.
someone doesn't mind helping me, but yeah.
No, I'll help you, mate. If you just want to go on RP's cops, I'm more than happy
Actually,
to
yeah, I
help
might do that
Sanders
for a
there.
bit.
But always remember, you're here to RP as well. Like, everyone's here to RP, and if we're not here to RP and we're in the rank city.
Mhm.
So always remember, RP comes first. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
And always remember you're 90% of the RP in this city. Thumbs up, Buffer. Pick!
Right. By the way, that
Fucking
wasn't
misses it.
it wasn't military base. By the way, it was actual airport. It was
I heard you the
NHS.
first
Oh, okay.
time.